Man. Sam's in his shell.
I see what the string title is. I bet he referenced to divorce. Reconciled. I like that. Good string.
Fake news. Nick resubbing. 7 months. 7 people in the stream. Oh my goodness. Levi on a 35 stream streak. Man, you know what's crazy? I had the power to destroy Braden's streak the other day.
But I watched it, so.
Yeah, before I streamed again.
It says I earned my weekly rewards, whatever the hell that means.
Alright, we're gonna look at where we were at in the top 25.
I'm at a 90 watch streak now.
Through November. UTA really in the top 25 already, Braden. They respect you.
For now, until we get upset by EKU.
EKU?
I don't know. I've seen crazier things in this game.
How you feel about Pitt being number 5?
Inspirational. Inspirational.
And Brian always trying to watch other shit, bro. You're not a real ride or die. He's fair weather with the DCAA the way you are with Genshin.
Oh wait, no, Brian's streaming right now. That's his issue.
Or
he was streaming.
I thought you were watching another stream. I didn't know you were streaming. My bad. I apologize for my outvoiced. I was ignorant. How does Brian feel that Kentucky isn't shitting down their leg yet? They got through the first month of the season okay enough. They're still in the top 10. Damn, ain't nobody else want to talk. Shit's crazy. The alleged euphoria of the DCAA return was fake news. How you feel about Duke being in the top 10, Braden?
God, Noah saved him.
On God.
He saved him.
That's what he set out to do. He kind of succeeded. Not gonna lie. I'm a big Creighton stan this year. For obvious reasons and for just because they seem like a very good team. Even without Isaiah there, they were good last year. I wonder if Yoni's gonna notice I'm live.
No, I was gonna say that. You think he would ever appear again? Show his face?
He probably will. All right, I'm ready to get into this. I don't feel like doing bets. People gained a lot of points from the random bullshit I was streaming the past few days. All right, first game of the day, going to the American Conference. Highly anticipated matchup, and Memphis gets their first loss of the season at the hands of USF. How you feel, Braden?
Both teams I think are for real. It wasn't like the Tigers got blown out. It was a road game. Dalen Rocker dropped 21 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 5 3-pointers made, so he aired it out. And then he's had some help from his co-partner or co-star, whatever you want to say. He dropped 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks. Zeke Jones from Memphis, 24 and 9. Just inspirational.
We recognize Zeke Jones from the mock drafts. He's projected very high.
I think I picked Memphis. Co-partner during Pride Month, huh? Hey, you know.
Co-partner.
We don't discriminate.
Yeah, these two teams were the best teams in the conference last year. It looks to be the same story this year. I still think North Texas is probably gonna have something to say about it, but they gotta prove a little bit to me. All right, next game. Well. What do we have here? DePaul. Marcus Tillman with a double-double. The Kansas of old would not have lost this game. DePaul's still like 3-5 though. It's like, don't get too excited. Good win for them though. Kansas was kind of just in hell. Might have been their own doing, honestly. Demons just played a decent game, and that was good enough to win by 17. What are your thoughts, Braden? Anything to say about KU or DePaul?
DePaul is great. I know it's 3-5, but you just had a top 10 win over Kansas. Jayhawks, little concerning. This is not supposed to happen. This is not supposed to happen, but it did.
Yet another reason why the Big East is underrated. I rest my case. Moving on. Man. I knew it was coming. This team just has a stench to them. Arizona ain't looked right for a while.
UConn, though, good for their resume. Good for the Big East to get a win over a Big 12 team that is always propped up by the media. Joel Brandon, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 4 steals. Evan Mercel, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. Hendon Flowers, he tried his best for his Wildcats, but he dropped 22 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and had 2 steals to go with it. But not enough for the Wildcats.
I'm going to be honest with you. Arizona just doesn't seem like a very good team to me. Like, they're rated high, but I don't know. It's same thing with like Providence, although Arizona's at least won some games this year, but I don't know. The team just doesn't really seem like it works. That's just me. Like, in any big spot, Arizona's just bound to let you down. I know they upgraded a coach, but I think he's got some work to do to actually get it turned around here. That's my opinion on it. Good win for UConn though. They haven't made the tournament since year 1. Or did they make it year 2? They might have. I know year 1 they did. Someone have to fact check me on that. All right, next game. Man, Big East kind of cooking right now. They're cooking a little bit.
Goes down.
Was my hatred for Auburn just a year early?
I think so.
The new blood they got in here doesn't really seem to be holding it together very well. Tyrone Taylor had a big game for the Wildcats, 29 and 6 stocks. Ralph Blake had 15 for Villanova as well. Brevin Kendi, he's been Auburn's best player so far. But this team's missing a little bit of killer instinct. They're going to fall out of the top 25 finally. Brian hating on Auburn. Yeah, they proved me wrong last year. I was kind of preying on their downfall last year, and then it didn't happen. But now it seems to be unavoidable for them. Good win for Nova. Big East cooking this week. And then we got this result. Oh my.
Bradford? For real. Ohio State? Not for real.
I do believe Monte Webb is hurt for the Buckeyes currently. Out their best guard. Radford takes advantage. Team that's had a solid roster for a good few years now. Gets a home win against the ranked Buckeyes. A weakened version, but still good for the resume for them. Rhett Ford, the veteran leader on this team now. 18 points for him. Patrick Lauderkamp at a double-double with 2 steals. William Smith led the way for OSU. 13, 3, and 8 assists for him, the redshirt senior. Ohio State, though, dealing with some injuries. Good team, I think, but they got to get healthy. And I don't know if Heel's here, but they did it. They fucking did it.
Over the Spartans.
I need David to know that his team did it.
Someone at David in the server telling his team did it.
MSU sustains their first loss of the season on the road at App State. Sulperen Tevasholu had a double-double, but the combined efforts of Dylan Meelam and Kendrick Lowe enough to push App State to the victory here, proving to 5-3 overall. Man, that's what I like to hear, Nick. I don't like the Spartans either. Both my biggest ops losing. Love to see it. And we got another one. Alabama, a team that is not what they were last year. They struggle a little bit. Victimized by Jack Bauer and the Oregon State Beavers. Double-double for him, the former Mercyhurst Laker. Colt Reedus, it was all over the place. He had 14, 4 assists, 6 stocks for him. Strong performances. Beavers in the win column here over Alabama, who I suspect this team is going to struggle a bit this year. Not as much as they did when they had the terrorist on their team, but I suspect they will probably be in and out of the top 25. Seems like that kind of year for them, at least with the vibes I'm getting.
Also, Shane, they updated the bracket challenge. You running away with it at the moment. 25 points ahead of second place.
Uh-oh. It's going to come back down when Group D finishes up.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
Hey, that's the end of our first week. It was only one game. And here's how we're looking. We got a new team at number 1.
Purdue. I didn't think I was about. I knew they were gonna be top 25, but I was not expecting this. Grand Canyon is new. I know I should have put them up there. Xavier and Creighton. Okay, I see you. I see you. Alabama goes down. Kansas goes down. There's a lot of movement up here. Not a lot of teams down, but a lot of teams going up.
Yup. Louisville and Notre Dame breakthrough. ACC power. Duke creeping up some more. A&M.
A&M's good. Man, look at Voltech getting a top win over A&M. Inspirational.
How you feel about UTA?
Surely but slowly. We didn't go down, so positive sign. And on to the next game we go.
We start this week with an Iowa team trying to prove themselves a little bit, because I doubted the hell out of this team in the preseason. Get a good win here at home over Oklahoma State, who is kind of dealing with some injuries here, but we're going to ignore that for the sake of glazing Iowa a little bit. I think they deserve some credit. Zach Farmer, 17, 3, and 6 for him. Added 2 steals as well. Noah Sayers with 17 points, 7 boards, and 5 stocks. Team that's definitely lacking at center, but it hasn't bitten them yet. 9-0 start for Iowa. Curious if they can get into the top 25 here soon. I would assume a Big Ten team undefeated this far into the season would probably be getting some attention there. Your thoughts, Braden?
I'm happy Iowa did something right for once. They did something right. And they beat them fuckers in Stillwater, so I will take that.
All right, next game. Man, this game was hyped up at before the stream, but I'm starting to think Utah's real as hell. I mean, Ohio State's injured, to be fair, but I mean, this was a beatdown. How we feeling about the Utes, Braden?
Ass whooping. That's what they delivered. It was an ass whooping. They legit. It's a legit program. It's a legit team.
Daniel Morga with 18 points. Monroe Grigsby. Hard work and double-double for him. Lamar Stanley was the leading scorer for the Buckeyes here. Just like I said before, they're just hurt. It'll be better if their best player's back, but they just got to thug out this schedule until then. Rough one. Rough go of it here in Columbus. Next game. It's a victory for the Hurricanes over St. Bonaventure, handing the Bonnies their first loss of the season. Jan Kaiser had 23 points, the new center for them, proving to be effective in his role. And Jalen Crosswell, freshman, 2 freshmen starring for Miami in this one, 19 points for him. And John Pears with a double-double for the Bonnies, 16-3 and 11 assists for him. Any thoughts on this one, Braden?
Bonnies, legit team, legit program. I think they're back to what they once were a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
Miami survives another early test. They scheduled mid-majors, as Wagner kind of gave them a test this year. The Bonnies just did, so it's looking good for the Hurricanes as they get ready for conference play.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed by how the Bonnies have navigated the little rebuild they had to do after that great season they had. I think in year 4 that was what that was. And then they had that gap year where it was kind of ass, but they've definitely recovered. Team looks to be in a great spot to compete for the A10 title again.
No comment, Jose Hernandez. No comment. No comment about the allegations.
We move on. Speaking of the A10, what a win for them here with Davidson knocking off Washington. Kind of had the Huskies in hell.
We ain't really seen this name much, Davidson.
It's been a while.
Huskies, what happened? What happened? Are the Huskies fake? Are they real? We will never know. I still haven't seen the Huskies have a real signature win yet.
Turbidly. Noah Reed had 21 points for the Wildcats. Colton Ferreter had 10 points, 4 boards and 2 steals. Reed was the hero here for Davidson. Romello Clark had a decent game, but just nothing was really working for Washington in this game. As you can see by only scoring 55 points. But yeah, A10, I looked at Davidson as a team that was probably going to be closer to the top here this year. Seemed to be living up to that hype. See how they do once they actually get to conference play. I still think Richmond is probably the team to beat there. But like most years, A10's got a few good teams at the top. They'll be fighting each other. All right, next game.
The downfall of the Sparties are here.
I'm loving this.
Hands of the Wolfpack. Roland Williamson, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 7 stocks. Bryce Norman chipped in with 10 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. I'm just assuming it was just all defensive performance on the rest of the team, but Williamson,
yeah,
generational performance.
Bobonovich had a good game, as you can see, but basically everybody else was so-so at best. Didn't even crack 50 points. NC State wallops MSU at home in Raleigh. Oh, that was funny because Sensa didn't even have a great game. Maybe.
To the next slide we go.
I still have my doubts about them, but 8-2 is a good win for them. Seemed like they're better than they have been in most of the previous seasons. But anyway, moving on again. We got a matchup of teams that were both in the American Conference at one point.
And the
UCF
get a big win.
Knocking off Louisville, had just gotten to the top 25. It's going to be a brief stay for them, I assume.
I can see the Polars ranking the Central Knights, well, Central Florida Knights after this. It's a good win. Curtis Akins got 25 points, 5 rebounds. Atkins, yeah. 5 rebounds. Efficient performance. 11-14 from the field. And yeah, got a double-double from his teammate Levi. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 12 assists. Mason Cameron, almost a double-double himself for Louisville, 16-9. But it's not enough as the Knights and the Cardinals a double-digit loss.
Hey, Floridians here. Glad you could catch the stream. Speaking of Florida, a team from there won a game here. UCF gets a ranked win at home in Orlando. All right, next game. This is the one I chose to recap for Akron, but it wasn't good for them. EMU pulls the upset.
Louis Watherell, 17-4. Matt Rivera, 12 points and rebounds, 5 assists. Vinny Anderson for Akron, 26 points, 3 rebounds. But
the key here, Greg Frost was held in check. That's EMU won because of that.
So that's the goal. Lock down Greg Frost, you win a game. And this is good for the Eagles to start the match.
Because Eric Van Claiborne's not really like a huge offensive option for Akron. He's just the big center. Grab the boards. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was executed well by the Eagles. Akron is definitely more mortal than they've been. I still think they are the favorites, but they get clipped here. First L of the season for them. And we move on. A game that became a ranked matchup. And West Virginia is going to knock off GCU here behind a excellent performance by Edward Candlish, the sophomore center for the Mountaineers that they were very excited to recruit last year. He has stepped into the starting role. He looks like he's going to be a star here. Bennett Lorimer, the longtime Mountaineer, also had a great game. 6 stocks for him, along with 16 points and 7 assists. Ricky Dunn, he had a great game for the Lopes, but all the others weren't able to be as effective. West Virginia, good win against a very good GCU team. Braden, your thoughts?
Well, this was a measuring stick for the Antelopes. They're not there yet. They're close, but they're just not there yet. Mountaineers with a great win in December. And yeah, it was on the road too. They had to deal with that Phoenix heat. And yeah. Yeah, Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know University in Phoenix, yeah. There's a lot of online schools out there.
That could happen, honestly. 4 versus 5. All right, next game. I for sure had the wrong rank here. Tennessee is supposed to be number 2. But either way, it's an upset victory for USC.
I remember you were talking so bad about USC a few weeks ago.
They turned it around, to their credit. Subplot here, Jesus Gomez was the Tennessee Volunteer last season. He gets a victory over his former team, and he balled the fuck out. 23, 9, 4, and 3 steals for the young man. Against the number 2 Volunteers, they're not number 1. Purdue is number 1 this week. USC into SEC. Oh, yeah, that's a typo for sure. USC Big Ten. Pretty sure it was the last slide I did. I was getting loose with it. Gao Shuren, also, he's been a very productive player for the Trojans. Really good game for him, 17, 6, and 8. Deion Washington, only 11 points. I mean, no one was really all that effective for Tennessee in this game. It's kind of a struggle. USC just played the better game. How you feel, Braden?
Trojans are here, and I've enjoyed that coach. I enjoyed him years ago.
When he was at Western Carolina.
I'll always remember that.
He's a winner. I was starting to think that maybe all the Chinese guys going over there was kind of going to ruin his vibe, but maybe he's figured it out again. I'm rooting for him, like that guy. And I believe we got one more. Alabama State, a victory over their rivals Alabama A&M. I think this team has arrived. Alan Jackson, he's been the piece. I think he's really brought it all together. State is 8-2 overall, 2-0 in the SWAC, getting their conference play started. Xander Reed's had 23 points in this game on 9 of 10 shooting. Alan Jackson with a double-double and 3 steals. Alan Warren, 16, 3, and 6 for the Bulldogs. But yeah, Alabama State, I think they're definitely in the mix here. We'll see just how good they are as they make their way through the SWAC schedule. Could happen. I'm still gonna say Jackson State's probably better than them, but who knows? I mean, I don't think they got a big man like Alan Jackson. over there, so maybe the Hornets can make up the difference there. But yeah, that is our last game. Here is our last look at the top 25 here. What do we notice? What do we see?
Arizona State. Oof. I was thinking about Arizona State top 25 early on in the season. I said, there was just a lot of good options for the Big 12, but Virginia's back to a very, very familiar place. Purdue goes down, but Utah's up to their highest ranking ever. Duke stays. Tennessee drops. A&M special. Iowa's up there now. UTA's top 20. Georgia Tech with a huge jump.
Yellow Jackets return. How we feel about Creighton? They're just creeping their way up.
It's inspirational.
Number 15 for them. They got a big game against Xavier coming up. One of those teams is gonna get their first L. West Virginia also up to the top 10. I think it's kind of deserved. I don't know. I feel like West Virginia was kind of a punching bag early on in the sim, but I feel like they've sort of settled in more. People take them more seriously. Mississippi State.
Well, they do have a good-ass coach now, let's be honest.
Yeah, Sharif Sellers. I feel like Seth Haas kind of got done dirty there, but like I do think they did improve. And Haas is at Illinois, who I think is finally improving, so I think he's going to be fine. Michigan up to number 8. Also, a team I want to shout out, Houston. Team I did not believe in coming into this season. They have not lost a game yet.
I don't know how Houston does it, though. We've discussed this like every year. Roster construction looks ugly. It's like, okay, this team's not going to amount to anything. It's like, how the fuck are they like the most efficient team in the country?
I still have my doubts they're going to remain here once they actually get into their conference schedule, but credit to them for keeping up appearances at least. I don't know if they have it. They might have one of your customs still. I think Alexander Karp is still there. I believe. Or he might have went to LaSalle. I forget where he is. Alabama State will be ranked by the end of the year. Kind of doubt that. They need to be like UTA and build multiple years of goodwill, dominant seasons before they get respect like that.
And that's the thing.
Unless they just go undefeated the rest of the year, I could see that. If they do that. Yeah. That is all I've got for you guys. Very quick stream. A little over 30 minutes.
Now it's time for everyone to watch the U.S. in a few minutes.
How bad would it be for Turkey if U.S. just beats them anyway?
It would be very bad because we rotated and literally we only have like one regular starter playing.
Thank you, David.
He was afraid for Shane and his health, as was I. Peaking at 10 viewers, so DCAA is not dead.
We're still here. Alright. End of December and a little bit of January is coming in the next stream. Gonna get to our halfway point. Honestly, it might be tomorrow. See how motivated I am. It's possible it could be tomorrow. If not, probably like Sunday. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.